Good evening, everybody, or depending on times, it could be good morning or good afternoon. But in our case, let's say Ohio, which is my version of Ohio, which is good morning in Japan. So, as the title entails, I have not seen the 3.6 special program yet, and I have not seen the Nintendo Direct yet. I figured I might as well just save it for now at this point, considering how much I missed. And I figured, oh boy, content! And I decided to try something a little different for a change. I decided to try and do it here on YouTube for streaming instead. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I figured I might as well. At least give it a try, see how it goes. Worst case scenario, doesn't really go far, but can't hurt to try, you know. So that's what I'm just doing today. I figure I might as well give streaming here on YouTube a shot for this, see how it goes. And so that's what we're gonna do. Now, I don't know how the whole save stream function works on YouTube though. Maury, if you're still in chat, does it auto save the stream to YouTube after you're done with it? Or is there something I have to do in order for it to save? I'm not entirely sure. Seeing as I just don't know. I don't really do this often. It might autosave, it might not. I have no clue. Just figured I might as well F around to find out, if you know what I mean. Anywho, let us go ahead and get ourselves started. I'll go ahead and pause this for now. If you guys want to listen to this yourselves later, that's what I was playing. I figured I'd try something a little different. Really pretty art, too. But I did want to start off with the Honkai Star Rail special program, seeing as I've been anticipating this for a while now. So I figure I may as well. Okay. I don't know if the people watching are into Star Rail or if they're here for the Nintendo Direct, but this is all gonna be a first time viewing for me for these specific streams. So I don't really know what to expect other than just the new characters we are receiving on the next patch for Honkai Star Rail. I know we're getting a 5-star March 7th, which is named Evernight, and we're getting a new Dawn Hung 5-star, which may be given out for free. That's all I know. That's it. I know the potential candidates for reruns, but I don't know the exacts. So, yeah. Let us check this out. That's not what I meant to hit. Why did I hit you? I'll let it start from the beginning, and if people want to start chatting, they can. I do not mind. distracted on the. It's because I need to check something on a separate device. Get up for just one. Since he's probably gonna be free, I don't have to worry too much about that. I don't know if I'll build him though. It really depends on which teams he's meant for. Like, I have good enough sustains on the teams I already have. Sponsored by Lady Aglaya.
With the Era Nova now complete, you have granted the hero the perfect conclusion.
Wait, what?
What can change a person's nature? Is it memories?
Huh?
Unfortunately, the result is just the opposite.
My final rebellion.
Rise from your dormancy and follow me as soaring dragon of the wilderness. Mountains roar, dragons rise! Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
So come, dear. Sink into the sea of oblivion and become my guest. The Evernight draws near. Time for some sweet dreams. Until we meet again, everyone. Self-righteous pathstrider of the Harmony. You think you can do that?
You know that the dawn is there.
to be born. Its seed has to be dead.
I am the one who guards the Trailblazer's way forward.
Now, let's bring the true Evernight to this world.
Let the trail blaze, write an ending unlike any that ever was.
Oh, damn.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's a pleasure to be back for the version 3.6 Back to Earth and Evernight's special program. I'm your most beloved host, Albert.
Yes,
We
he
also
is.
have the honor of inviting 3 passengers of the Astral Express to spend some precious time with us today. Let's give them a warm welcome.
Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be back on the special program. I'm Himiko, the navigator of the Astral Express.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dan Hung, the Express's guard.
Long time no see, dear viewers. I am Sunday.
I'm very happy to see you all again. It's always nice to meet old acquaintances.
Thank you,
Say
Mr.
that
Albert,
again.
for inviting us. You're still as lively as always.
It feels like we've only met yesterday. I can't believe it's already been so long.
Reuniting with old friends is like a bird returning to its nest. It's good to see that you're doing well, Mr. Albert.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, I've been really looking forward to seeing you all again. It's like having a family reunion.
Yeah.
Mr. Albert is welcome to come visit the Express more often. I've even gotten some inspiration from Amphorius for a new style of coffee.
Well, I'll definitely visit if I have time. But let's first get to today's main topic. In the previous version story, the Trailblazer took on the role of the Deliverer, bringing new hope to Amphorius' deadlock. With the combined efforts of our companions, both inside and outside Amphorius, this world has completed its final flame chase journey according to our will.
We also forced Lygus to compromise with us. Without that genius's constant meddling and obstructions, we have an even greater chance of defeating Iron Tomb.
Miss March, or should I say Miss Evernight, provided critical assistance on this front.
Yeah.
Definitely. She helped the Trailblazer break free from the Exumeth and return to Amphorius, and she also handed over the core flame of world bearing to us.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Even though she looks quite different, I still believe that March is on our side.
But it feels like Evernight has a dangerous aura about her.
True.
What exactly happened to March?
Yeah, those jellyfish floating around here don't look like they should be messed with.
The situation in Amphorius is changing rapidly. Based on what Miss Evernight said, it seems she also has her own ideas about Era Nova.
Mr. Sunday is quite perceptive. In the version 3.6 story, Evernight will attempt to save Amphorius by implementing her own idea of Era Nova.
Her own idea? Would it deviate from the plans we made with the Chrysosairs?
Even though Evernight has good intentions and won't harm the Trailblazer, her plans do indeed clash with our current concept of deliverance. So Evernight ends up interfering with the Trailblazer's plans through certain means.
Oh, no.
Time is running out. There's no more room for hesitation, Miss Himiko. I wish to return to Amphorius.
But you've only been back for such a short time, and it's too risky with all the dangers Amphorius has shown.
Any risk is worth it as long as we can bring back the Trailblazer in March and reunite all the Express crew. You would do the same in my place.
You're right. I should have known you'd say something like that.
Of course.
Since Amphorius is a world enveloped in Memoria, there must also be something I can assist with. Miss Himiko, I will do everything I can to help them return safely.
Yeah.
I also believe that Miss Black Swan will make the same choice.
You kids. Promise me that you'll take care of yourselves, all right?
I will.
Of
Albert's
course.
about to cry.
My heart! I'm so moved! Oh, the Astral Express family must be brought back together. However, due to the time dilation inside Amphorius, Don Hung may see some serious changes once he's back on Amphorius.
Is this the sacred tree in the Grove of Epiphany? Why are all its leaves dyed gold?
Only a few grains of sand have fallen through the hourglass, but already so many years have passed. There is something melancholic about it.
What the
There also
heck?
seems to be a few strange creatures here.
These are actually twisted monsters when the Garden of Recollection's mimetic life forms merge with the Destruction's golden blood. They're preventing Dan Heng and the Trailblazer from reuniting. In order to make our journey go more smoothly, I'll present some intel here about the head of these monsters, the I-Core Memo Sprite, Judge of Oblivion. This monster's specialty is that it can target a single ally character and launch multiple single-target attacks. If the target of the Judge of Oblivion's attack is protected by a shield, the Judge's toughness will be reduced after the attack.
Looks like you'd ideally want a character in your team that provides shields when fighting this monster.
Exactly. In addition, before the Judge of Oblivion uses its ultimate, we have to manually select an ally character to take the most damage.
I see.
Also, in the version 3.6 story, we will head into and explore the great tomb of a nameless titan.
Nameless? Is there a 13th Titan outside the 12 we know?
This is the deepest ruin in Amphorius. After it is stripped of its mythical embellishments, the colossal storage matrices flicker incessantly, recording an unknown past.
Oh? An unknown past?
Uh-huh. We learned previously
Evernight?
in the story how the two paths of erudition and destruction have influenced Amphorius. This world is less a place where paths intersect, and more a place where paths battle to the death. And now the path of remembrance entanglement with Amphorius' millions of epochs will also be brought to light. I'll let you in on a little secret. Perhaps it all has something to do with a certain pink companion?
Ah.
Yeah, Evernight.
Okay, now let's take a short break. So we'll resume when we're back.
Oh wow, it's animated. This is very ominous. Perfect for Halloween. Oh my gosh. Absolutely menacing.
All right. So March was drawn into Amphorius for some unknown reason, but she also transformed into Evernight? What's the relationship between the two of them?
Explain.
Well, according to what Evernight herself said, Evernight symbolizes March 7th's forgotten past, and she's existed up to this point in order to protect March 7th's future. We learned from the 3.4 storyline that March 7th, who appeared to be encased in ice on the Express, actually entered Amphorius before we did. Evernight only shows up when March 7th's life is in grave danger, which means March 7th must have encountered serious trouble during her time adventuring alone.
Grave danger.
That's...
She symbolizes the forgotten past. That means Evernight's formidable powers could also originate from March's unknown past.
Mm-hmm. Dan Heng and the Trailblazer aren't the only ones on the Express hiding mysterious powers. Of course, March 7th has always been the most precious thing to Evernight, and the one she'll give everything to protect. So even though her intentions are good, Evernight is willing to do whatever it takes to protect March 7th and make March's wishes come true, regardless of the collateral damage. You've got to be careful around her.
Yeah.
Actually, there was something in version 3.5 that I've been thinking about this whole time. Those memo keepers from the Garden of Recollection who tried to trick the Trailblazer seemed very afraid of Evernight. The memo keepers left as quickly as possible when she appeared. Is there some connection between Evernight and the Remembrance?
No, we can't reveal any specifics right now. But the Remembrance is not a unified faction. Different sects and memo keepers all have their own agendas. Evernight is very aware of the plot that the Garden of Recollection is currently scheming, and she hasn't held back in dealing with these memo keepers to clear the way for the Trailblaze. Naturally, she became someone they wish to avoid.
That's fair.
All right, I'll leave it to everyone to find out more of Evernight's story in the game. Next, let's see what Evernight does in combat.
Yes,
Evernight's forte is working in sync with memo sprites. Her memo sprite is called Evie, and it shows up as a little jellyfish next to her when she enters battle. Evernight can increase the crit damage of all memo sprites on the team. The more Remembrance characters on the team, the bigger the increase.
Fascinating.
When she summons the
That's
jellyfish
team
during
building.
combat, Evernight gains Memoria. Accumulating Memoria will gradually increase the damage dealt by the jellyfish.
This
After
is
reaching a
Treeby.
certain number of Memoria stacks, the jellyfish will immediately take action and deal damage to all enemies.
Her combat style is completely different from March's previous styles.
Yes.
It's much more intimidating.
It
And dignified.
seems that if you want Evernight to perform better in battle, you need to accumulate a lot of Memoria and trigger the jellyfish to self-destruct as much as possible to deal more damage.
Exactly! When Evernight or the jellyfish's HP drops, Evernight will gain a certain amount of Memoria, and both herself and the jellyfish will gain buffs. Here comes the key point. She uses her ultimate. Evernight deals damage to all enemies, and she and the jellyfish will enter a special enhanced state called Darkest Riddle. In that special enhanced state, the damage dealt by Evernight and the jellyfish is increased. After Evernight uses her enhanced skill, she'll also gain extra Memoria.
Even the jellyfish changed to a red and black color.
Yeah.
Evernight in this state seems much more dangerous.
Why is Evernight always holding an umbrella?
This umbrella is her little assistant. When she's facing enemies, it becomes her weapon, dragging the enemies into the Evernight.
Ew.
After using her technique, at the start of the next battle, Evernight increases all ally memo sprites' crit damage and gains some points of Memoria. Alright, now let's take a look at our other companion who gained a new form. Dan Heng Permansorteri.
Bro looks great. Heck yeah.
So, what happened to Mr. Dan Heng? How did he gain a new form?
On his journey to find the Trailblazer, Dan Heng encountered obstacles in the shape of both Evernight and Terravox, demigod of Earth. After obtaining the power from Bipeder Lunay's Azure Dragon, Dan Heng took another step forward on the path of permanence to protect his friends and save Amphorius.
Heck yeah,
He unlocked
bro.
the powers of Permansorteri, powers that only belong to him.
The Golden
Awesome.
Dragon soars above the lands for one reason: to protect all.
It seems as though Dan Heng's powers this time are related to the earth and mountains, unlike his water dragon form from before.
True.
Overall, he also seems a lot more composed.
Yeah.
This trailblazing expedition through Amphorius has strengthened my true inner desire. I want to do all I can to protect my companions. Permansorteri's powers come from this desire.
Having taken
Awesome.
the Earth Core Flame, Dan Heng also becomes even more closely tied to this world.
Awesome.
So, is this why Mr. Dan Heng is now taller?
Amphorius's earth creatures usually have powerful builds, like mountain dwellers and dromuses. I suppose that growing taller is a side effect of accepting the earth core flame.
Ah.
Only by comprehending and aligning with the way of the world can one's path lead to everlasting existence. For the person Don Hung is right now, aligning with the way of the world means to share the same fate as Amphorius. In the future, Don Hung will continue to explore the way of the permanence and look for more possibilities within the permanence.
After gaining these new powers, I can provide my team with comprehensive protection during battle. When using my skill, I will designate one ally character as my bondmate and summon Soul Dragon for them. At the same time, I will provide a stackable shield to all allies.
Oh? You can give your teammate an extra summon?
When Soul Dragon takes action, it dispels one debuff from all allies and provides a shield.
You've kept your word and carried out your conviction to protect everyone. You sure bring a sense of security.
When I use my ultimate, I will deal damage to all enemies and provide a shield to all allies. At this time, Soul Dragon will be enhanced. When it takes action, it will launch a follow-up attack on all enemies.
By using follow-up attacks, Soul Dragon can also build up more shields for the entire team, adding another layer of protection. Take another look at the screen. When Finan is the bondmate and activates his territory, the Soul Dragon can follow him into the effect to safeguard him.
When I use my technique, I will daze the enemies within a certain radius and make the character who triggers combat my bondmate. At the start of the next battle, I will use my skill once on this character without consuming any skill points.
The ability to grant a summon to a teammate will make for a lot of fun combinations.
Nice. You'll have to uncover more of these lineup combos in the game then.
Our bonds of companionship stand more sturdy than the toughest rocks. You can now trust Don Hung to watch your back in a fight even more.
Now, let's take a look at version 3.6's banners. In version 3.6's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Evernight. The limited 5-star light cone to Evernight stars will also have a boosted drop rate.
But most importantly, I had to pause for this. Look to the right on the bottom. We're getting boosted drop rate of Dance Dance Dance. One of the best light cones in the game. Proceed.
In the first half, the limited 5-star character, the
Excuse me? Huh? Why? Why? She already had a rerun. That makes no sense. What?
Herta is returning, and at the same time, the limited 5-star light cone Into the Unreachable Veil will become available once again. In version 3.6's second half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire
What? Bro, she already had a rerun in Amphorius. What about Castorus? Why?
the limited 5-star character, Don Hung per Mansoor Terrai. The limited 5-star light cone, The Worlds Apart, will also have a boosted drop rate. In the second half, the limited 5-star character, Anaxa, is returning. While at the same time, the limited 5-star light cone, Life Should Be Cast to Flames, will become available once again.
Thank you for the introductions, Mr. Albert.
No problem!
Why?
And I've got even more news. Version 3.6 will also have a new animated short. This animated short contains a very important part of the story in version 3.6. Make sure you don't miss it!
Oh, an animated short about Don Hung? Then we'll have to pay close attention.
Oh,
the art style also looks quite unique this time.
The lines and colors are clearly defined, with a very strong 2D feel. It's almost like a mural, and it's definitely very different from the usual animated shorts.
In addition, a Myriad Celestia short
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. I'm gonna be real, that's kind of hot. I'm very confused about the banner though. I don't understand why Herd is having a second rerun already.
About March 7th is also coming soon, so stay tuned.
Well, the animated short isn't the only thing with a unique style. We saw many unique things about March and Dan Heng today, too.
Mm-hmm. Since setting out in the Star Rail, March 7th and Dan Heng have been the Trailblazers' closest companions. They've experienced so much together, and they've all quietly gone through various changes throughout the journey.
Yep.
Before the start of this program, Dan Heng asked me if he could take this opportunity to say a few heartfelt words to the Trailblazer.
Oh no,
Mr. Dan Heng?
Don't make me cry.
Thank you, Mr. Albert. Now then. You once asked what trailblazing meant to me. It has taken on thousands of wills and thousands of forms. To trailblaze is to be with those who save themselves. It is to be with all living things. And to be with you. No matter the ebb and flow of fate, even in the face of tempestuous seas, in the name of trailblazing, I will guard your way forward. Calamity undone, lands beneath me. What remains is permanence.
There it is. Free to claim Dan Heng, as we expected. We can claim him. Oh, wait. Claim the 5-star Dan Heng and materials to get him up to level 60 minimum. Nice. Awesome. It was good just getting him for free, but we're able to get materials to get him up to level 60 for free too. That's really nice. Music's great as usual. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I might actually try pairing him with Fei Xiao.
Welcome back, dear viewers. Up next,
Oh
it's time for the version
my
events.
God.
On a warm and sunny day, Professor Naxa announced that he would be going into seclusion for a while to concentrate on his academic research.
Oh no,
Before he left,
I'm covering
he
Albert.
gave the Trailblazer a special Dromus egg to look after.
Professor Anaxa must trust the Trailblazer very much. He likely thinks the Trailblazer had a lot of fun with Dromuses, so they're well suited for each other.
Well, they both like to eat dirt.
Well, it just so happened that the egg hatched while under the Trailblazer's care.
Yeah, and when I first saw the Trailblazer, he couldn't help but yell out,
Oh, it's
Papa! Our baby Dromus that's just been born is like the morning sun. Start out with a good foundation and full
That's
of
so
endless
cute.
possibilities. So, as his designated parent, the Trailblazer must take on the responsibility of raising little Dromus into adulthood. One clump of red soil at a time.
But Trailblazer has some experience in parenting. The saga of Primavera Blade is proof of that.
So, what needs to be done exactly?
It is said that Giorios gave all the Dromuses 3 gifts: indestructible musculation, perspective spiricuity, and connective charasplendor. These traits are important indicators that show how well a Dromus is growing. The Trailblazer can schedule daily activities for the Dromus while it's under their care. Aside from studying, you can also take your child out to relax, feed them snacks, play with them, give them a nice hot bath.
My
And based on the Trailblazer's educational methods, the Dromus baby will gain different stats and traits.
This child is just too cute. Those big and shiny golden eyes are just like the Trailblazers.
Like it's their own flesh and, like a child they raise themselves.
Every once in a while, there will be a test to assess overall progress.
Of course, if your child isn't getting the grades you want, don't worry. The Trailblazer can also directly help their child pass the test.
This educational philosophy seems a bit too lenient.
In addition to all of this, the baby Dromus will experience different stories as it grows up and will trigger some special events.
Wow, you can even change its outfit.
Oh my
Some
gosh.
Chrysos Air friends will also participate in helping the Trailblazer raise the baby Dromus.
With the help and support of so many companions, I believe that the baby Dromus will grow up happy and strong and become the Dromus of its dreams.
I hope we get to
During
keep
the
it.
event, Trailblazers can also obtain rewards such as an avatar. I hope all the Trailblazers enjoy this wonderful Amphorian family time.
Can I
Yes.
keep it?
Can't wait.
I
Let us
wanna
now
keep the
turn to
Dromus.
the other version events.
All
Oh
right.
my
In
gosh.
version 3.6, the event Colorful Mayhem will come online.
Oh my
First,
gosh.
the Seal Slammers event will return in a new multiplayer mode called Double Seals.
Huh?
This time, the Trailblazer can deploy a total of 6 baby seals.
Oh
3
my
of them
God.
will be deployed as the main combatants, while the other 3 can be paired with a main team member to help in battle.
Oh.
So, in addition to considering which seals should be the main combatants, selecting the right supporting seals will also be key to securing a victory.
Oh.
Aside from Seal Slammers, Origami Bird Clash will also welcome a Best of the Flock mode during this event. A total of 30 contestants will participate in a
Wow.
single competition. The 30 contestants will be ranked, and the contestants who score below a target level will be eliminated at the end of each
Oh.
round.
An Origami Bird Remake Battle Royale Edition sounds thrilling and exciting.
Wow.
Yes! With the Trailblazers' 2 favorite Clash and Slam events coming back together, there should be plenty of clashing and slamming all at once this time.
Let's go.
Well, I heard that this event was also made for Don Hung Seal Master.
Unnecessary.
Version 3.6 also brings another combat event for Trailblazers.
Oh.
One day, Kate, a member of the Penacony Bloodhound family, picked up a dream bubble called Try Not to Laugh Challenge.
Sparkles
And she
involved.
invited the knowledgeable and experienced Trailblazer to participate in this mysterious challenge. In the challenge, some characters will turn into comedians. When the surprise box on the action bar takes action, the comedians can open up a surprise gift from within and provide combat assistance to the team.
During combat,
Huh.
the Trailblazer needs to charge up the surprise box as much as possible and use it to vanquish multiple waves of opponents.
Could such a delightful
Wait.
event be the work
One
of Director
During combat,
That's a strange archer team. Oh.
the Trailblazer needs to charge up the surprise box as much as possible and use it to vanquish multiple waves of opponents.
Could such a delightful event be the work of Director Sparkle?
Yeah.
If the masked fools are involved, then Sampo might show up too, right?
As the battle progresses, the Trailblazer will be able to unlock more comedians, and they can use different methods to charge the surprise box and activate different combat effects. Time for a true display of your comedic talents. In addition, for Trailblazers looking to challenge themselves and test their limits, we've added a new high difficulty trial in version 3.6 that will
man.
be updated periodically, named Anomaly Arbitration. Anomaly Arbitration will be updated once every version, and Trailblazers will be able to face extremely challenging enemies in this mode.
Extremely challenging. Can you elaborate on that, Mr. Owlbert?
Anomaly arbitration consists of 3 trial stages and 1 final stage. Trailblazers must form 3 separate teams to take on the trial stages. After completing the trial stages, Trailblazers can assemble any characters into a team to challenge the even more difficult final stage.
It does seem very intimidating.
Once they clear the final stage, Trailblazers can obtain the brand new interference key item. When using variable dice to reassign subsidiary stats of a 5-star relic, the interference key can be added to block one subsidiary stat, preventing that stat from being enhanced during this reroll.
That is very useful. Now there's a higher chance of enhancing key substats.
Yep. In addition to this, Trailblazers can obtain limited time avatar frames and medals based on their score when clearing the stage. Furthermore, there will be a brand new store added in version 3.6. Trailblazers can exchange tokens in the store for rewards, which include the Pet Complainer.
It really is Complainer. So cute. I like to challenge myself, so I'll definitely try this event out.
Tokens are mainly obtained through clearing anomaly arbitration stages. At the same time, you can also use jade feathers to exchange for a certain amount of the new token in each period's priceless jewel store. The store's offerings will continue to expand in the future.
That sounds awesome.
Trailblazers will also receive a little surprise gift from Pom Pom in version 3.6. When Trailblazers log into the game, they will obtain an interference key for free and a certain amount of the new token.
Yes!
Thank you, Conductor.
We'll have to thank Pom Pom then.
All right, time for a short break. There's still more version news to share with you when we come back.
Probably some system optimizations. So far, I like what I'm seeing. I'm really confused about the herd and getting another rerun already, though. That doesn't make any sense. It was supposed to be Castorus. I don't understand why they would rerun the Herda. It does not make any sense. I mean, sure, I wouldn't mind getting the Herda, but I don't really need her, if I'm being honest. Like, I've already got my Jingliu, and now I'm gonna be getting Evernight. I think I'm gonna have enough ice on my account to not need the Herda. Anaxa, I think, makes sense, though. They were definitely showcasing Dawn Hung with him. That looks like a
Welcome
cool
back.
setup.
Let us continue with more version content. First, our old friend Gift of Odyssey will arrive on schedule in version 3.6.
The Planar Fissure and Realm of the Strange events will also return. Complete the challenges to get double rewards.
Always need that.
In version 3.6,
relics.
Cavern of Corrosion, Path of Hidden Salvation is also set to come online. Successfully beat it to obtain 2 relic sets, World Remaking Deliverer and Self-Enshrouded Recluse.
Version 3.6 also brings some system optimizations for everyone. First, the main story replay function previously mentioned will officially come online. Trailblazers can choose to re-experience completed Trailblaze missions, Trailblaze continuances, and companion missions. At the same time, they can freely choose if they wish to view specific cutscenes and cinematics. Now, catching up and keeping up with the story will be easier than ever.
And we can rewatch the most exciting clips and animations from the story.
Yes, of course. To help Trailblazers quickly understand the important events of the current version, version 3.6 will also introduce the Journey Highlights function. On the Journey Highlights tab, Trailblazers can quickly view important ongoing and upcoming events. They can also get info about the rewards for the corresponding events.
It's certainly more intuitive now, and the goals are clearer.
Next up, we'll introduce some collaboration news. Honkai Star Rail and 8-Bit Do are releasing an Evernight themed controller. Purchase a controller and get additional merch and in-game virtual rewards. Pre-orders are now open. Hurry up and grab one.
Yes.
I might need a new controller.
Well, today's special program has now come to an end. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
having me.
Trailblazers.
Until next time.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bubble tea time.
Oh, wait, we got something
An
else here.
all-new, large-scale permanent game mode is coming soon. Revolutionize the battlefield with boundless strategy. Form a 10-person team. Choose your own extraordinary lineup. Explore character combos. Activate powerful bots. Try out gameplay exclusive character abilities. Whoa! Currency Wars. Ready for launch in version 3.7. Please stay tuned.
Oh, that looks sick. In 3.7?
In 3.7.
Oh, that sounds awesome, actually. An all-new large-scale permanent game mode on top of the other new game mode we're getting in 3 points. Wow, this is actually really cool. Well, I'm gonna rewatch this part again.
Mode is coming soon. Revolutionize the battlefield with boundless strategy. Form a 10-person team. Choose your own extraordinary lineup. Explore character combos. Activate powerful bots. Try out gameplay exclusive character abilities. Currency Wars. Ready for launch in version 3.6.
That looks sick. But yeah, I'm excited for the banners at the very least, for at least Evernight and Dawnhung. I just don't understand why Herta's rerunning again so soon. We don't need another Herta rerun. We have characters who have yet to have a rerun yet. What happened to a Castorus rerun or a Mighty rerun? Why Herta? That does not make any sense. She already had a rerun not long ago with Agalaya. We need to see a rerun of, like, Mighty and Castorus.
Returning, and at the same time, the limited 5-star light cone Into the Unreachable Veil will become available once again. In version 3.6's second half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Dawnhung per Mansoor Terai. The limited 5-star light cone, The Worlds Apart, will also have a boosted drop rate. In the second half, the limited 5-star character Anaxa is returning, while
I don't know what I want to do. This is all very interesting. Maybe... This is definitely quite interesting. I think Dawnhung is going to be a really good addition to a lot of teams. The team with Anaxa was pretty solid looking, I'm not going to lie. Let's see, check and see the team that they had for him. It was Anaxa with Ceridra, Dawnhung, and Sunday. And that does seem like a really freaking strong team, I'm not even gonna lie. You're already getting double skill procs from Nexa's, from his skill, from his own thing. It becomes quad skill with Ceridra. Sunday gets to advance him and give him more turns, and if you have the dragon on Anaxa, you're advancing him and a dragon summon. Like, that sounds like a really strong team. Heck, it might actually be a lot of fun to play. I might consider pulling Anaxa and Ceridra just for that team, now that I think about it. But, at the same time, wouldn't actually be able to make the Evernight team fully done, because I don't have Hyacinth. So I can't actually make the full team for Evernight. I'll still get her, but maybe I won't build the team right away. But I'm not even gonna lie, that Danhong team with Anaxa looks like a lot of fun, actually. And the synergies just feel really good. Although I'm really thinking about it, and like maybe there's reason to pair Sunday with like Fei Xiao now. Maybe like Fei Xiao, Sunday, uh some other harmony, and then Danhong. Like Danhong and Sunday might actually become like a staple pair for teams, because you'll have Sunday who will action advance the character and the summon attach them, which is Danhong's dragon. That actually sounds really cool. I very well might actually try to use Danhong on some teams. I think it might be a lot of fun. This team in particular that they're showing us, that team looks like a lot of fun too. I might consider getting them. They're giving us Danhong for free, so I'll have at least guaranteed half of these characters. So then I would just have to get a Naxa and Ceridra. Um, hmm. I'll have to think on it, to be honest, because I already have 2 win DPSs that I'm comfortable with. I have my Saber and my Fei Xiao. But this team seems like a lot of freaking fun. I know it's also probably meta, but in general, it just looks like it's a lot of fun. So I might try it, just because it looks fun. Quad skill with Anaxa and advancing him and a dragon to go again. That just sounds really cool. But overall thoughts on all the information. Evernight and Danhong look absolutely amazing. They look very fun as well. I can't wait to get them. It's really cool that we're getting Danhong for free. That'll definitely help. Um, I can't exactly build Evernight's best team, fun team, because I just do not have Hyacing, and I missed out on her, unfortunately. I really wish I didn't. Um, yeah, the team's good. I really wish I had Hyacing, but I just don't. So I'll have to get Hyacine, and she probably reruns in 3.7. It's probably going to be a 3.7 rerun. But overall, I might have better luck getting the Danhong team here together with Anaxa. Because Ceridra's currently on banner. I could get her. Naxa's going to rerun during the Danhong release banner. So I could very well get all the missing characters I don't have for the Anaxa team if I really wanted to. I don't know if I will. I do actually want all the Chrysosairs, so I might do it. I don't think I'll be able to build the teams right away, though. I'm actually struggling for credits right now, so I don't think I'll be able to build any of them right now. I still have to finish the characters I already have that I'm working on. But overall, I think the Anaxa team looks really fun. And, yeah, I'm definitely getting Evernight on release. I'm definitely getting Danhong on release. I don't understand why the heck they put Herta
In the
as
first
rerun.
half.
It does not make any sense to me. Like, she literally didn't even rerun that long ago. It should have been Casterus, if I'm being quite honest. Although I guess this kind of helps me because I'm not really looking to pull for Herta, so that's one less character I'll have to pull, or that I will pull most likely. Although I wouldn't mind getting Herta, I don't really need her either. Like, I could always get her later down the line. Like, right now, I'm happy with my Jingliu. I'm gonna end up having Evernight with Trailblazer, both of them being ice. We're getting uh what's her name again? Cyrene. We're getting Cyrene in 3.7. That's another ice remembrance character, which might actually replace the Trailblazer. So like she'll end up being kind of like the Fugue case where Fugue replaced Trailblazer. I'm sure Cyrene is going to end up replacing Trailblazer in that case. And then we'll probably have a Cyrene rerun. That's my thought process, at least. But overall, I'm gonna get Evernight. I'm gonna get Evernight's Light Cone. Don Hung's being given for free. I'll have to think about if I want his Light Cone or not. I might end up getting it because there's probably not any other good Light Cones that he can really work with. Considering how few preservation characters we actually have in the game, um, there's very few things we can actually work with. The only preservation characters that are really worth using are really just Aventurine and now Don Hung, and I'm not so sure about Fushuan, but I do have her, and I did want to look into using her maybe at some point, maybe, but I'm not entirely sure. Honestly, Don Hung and Aventurine are probably the only preservations really worth looking into that I'm aware of. The others, not so much. But yeah, definitely gonna get Evernight for sure. Definitely gonna end up getting the Don Hung because he's gonna be literally free. Naxa, I might snag a copy of him. I don't know for a fact if I will, but I might. I don't think his light cone's too much to worry about because we had a really good event light cone networks on him. I don't know how big of a difference the performance is between them, but considering how freaking stacked his team's looking, I probably won't need the light cone. But I'll think about it. I'm not so sure, but I'll think about it. Now, as for the Nintendo Direct, we've got a lot more to see for this. Compared to the 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 special program for 3.6. All right. I know nothing. So let's find out some things. I don't actually really play Mario games so much, so I might skip the Mario portion. I'm not gonna full on watch everything. Wait, what? Mario Super Mario Galaxy movie? Oh. Let's just go to this part here. Huh.
The name of the new movie that Nintendo and Illumination are producing together is the Super Mario Galaxy movie. What kinds of adventures do you think Mario and his friends will have in space? This movie will be the main event of the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary. Let's also hear some remarks from the movie's co-producer, Chris-san, from Illumination. Chris-san.
Thank you, Miyamoto-san. As we celebrate Mario's 40th anniversary, it's an opportunity to reflect on the 4 decades of creativity, imagination, and adventure that Mario has.
Wait, are you referring to the Nintendo Direct or the Star Rail program? I'm guessing you mean the Nintendo Direct, right?
Brought to life for fans across generations and around the world. From its groundbreaking world building to its iconic characters and unforgettable music, the Super Mario Brothers have left a lasting impact on the very fabric of our culture. All of us at Illumination feel so fortunate to continue our collaboration with Nintendo as we expand the life of Mario in movies. And while the Super Mario Galaxy games are the core inspiration for our story, this next film holds surprises for fans of every Mario era. Our directors, Michael Jelinek and Aaron Horvath, along with the extraordinary team of artists at our studio in Paris, are very busy working to deliver a film that aspires to earn its place in the history we're here to celebrate. Brian Tyler is also returning to compose a score that blends together musical themes from Mario's incredible game heritage. And we're also thrilled to welcome back Chris Pratt as Mario.
Let's go!
Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach. Charlie Day as Luigi. Jack Black as Bowser.
Oh, yeah.
Keegan-Michael Key as Toad. And Kevin Michael Richardson as Kamek.
I'm happy to hear
that. And as we
that.
continue to make progress on the Super Mario Galaxy movie, we look forward to sharing more with you in the future. And until then, thank you, and back to you, Miyamoto-san.
Thank you,
Sounds
Chris-san.
like someone.
I'm also involved in the production every day, and I'm enjoying it. It's a movie worthy of the 40th anniversary. Please wait a little longer for its release. While you're waiting, I have something I'd like to show you. Please take a look at this.
Okay. Either remakes or remasters, I'm guessing. Or they just ported it. I don't know what the difference is. You can become a boo? I didn't know that. Wow. Yeah. Oh my. Whoa, that's a big Bowser. Heck? Huh. I see. October 2nd? Oh. Oh, that's a really pretty amiibo on the right. I like that.
That's right. It's the games that share the movie's title. Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2. Okay, I'll turn it over to the original director for Super Mario Galaxy, Koizumi-san.
Hi. Hey, hello everyone. I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi. From here, I'll introduce the games that will be released as part of the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary. First, the two games you just saw were developed around the idea of what Mario's adventures would be like in space. The planets have gravity, and seeing Mario not fall off of them while upside down was very impressive, even as a developer. The second game also returns 15 years after its original release on Wii. In Rosalina's library, you can read a storybook. It's now in both games, and we've also added new pages. We hope.
I like this, actually. Goodbye to those we met on this journey. I will cherish the memories forever. And to those we will meet on the next journey, hello. Kind of like that. Also, the movie actually looks... They're bringing back the same voice as well. The same people that voiced them in the first Mario movie we got, like, a few years back. Bowser's gonna be Jack Black. I know. Jack Black's gonna be Bowser again. Oh my gosh. I wonder if he's gonna sing another new song that we could get into your nephew's head. That'll be so funny. It was already so funny that we annoyed him with the Peaches song. I would love that.
You're looking forward to that as well. In addition, the storybook will be available as a real-life product.
Oh, cool.
The new pages I mentioned won't be included, but more details, including the release timing, will be available on the My Nintendo Store website later today. So please check that out. Super Mario Galaxy plus Super Mario Galaxy 2 will launch on Nintendo Switch, but you can play these games on Nintendo Switch too. Many other Mario titles are also available on Nintendo Switch, so if there's one you haven't played yet, why not take the opportunity to try?
Ooh, that Bowser's Fury one looks freaking dope, actually. As someone who hasn't really played Mario games growing up, you know, I just didn't have any interest in them growing up, but that was because they were kind of more platformy than combat at first. But some of these actually look kind of cool. Like, I think the Bowser's Fury one actually looks really dope. The Brothership one might be interesting. I don't know. It might give me some what you call it? What was that Zelda game called? Not Spirit Tracks, the one before Spirit Tracks. What is it called? Is this something to do with seas? Wind Waker! Kind of gives me a little bit of Wind Waker vibes. RPG. Yeah, but there's a lot of platforming in it as well, though, and that's how I always kind of seen Mario games as a platformer. And I've just never really been into platformers, really. Although I guess Zelda's kind of got platforming in it and puzzles, so I guess it's not all that different. I don't know. I would have to think about it because I really don't want to spend money on games unless I really want the game and it's like a brand that I'm quite comfortable with, or rather a series I'm more comfortable with, like Zelda games, of course.
Okay, let's introduce some other Mario games coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh, this isn't even going to matter because I'm probably not getting a Switch 2 at any point soon. Oh, not this. Mario Tennis.
The latest entry in the Mario Tennis series is hitting the court on Nintendo Switch 2. Mario Tennis Fever. Use top spins, slices, lobs, and other familiar shots.
I have no interest in playing Mario Tennis. Let's see this one instead.
Hi!
That's fair.
What'll it be? Wow!
More multiplayer mayhem is coming to the Flower Kingdom in Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition.
What is this?
Plus meetup in Bella Bell Park. A large plaza has been discovered in the Flower Kingdom. Bella Bell Park.
This feels like frickin' the frickin' me things. Miiverse.
Here, you can enjoy a variety of attractions that let you team up with or work against friends and family. Let's go over some of the things you can do.
Collect the most coins to win.
Collect coins as you make your way through the course.
There's a platformer part.
And don't miss your chance to get rich.
Whoever has the most lives at the end wins.
Use items to duke it out. Dodge attacks and try to survive.
Whoever's it at the end loses.
Run and hide and tag. If you're tagged, you're it. And the other players get to transform and hide.
Oh.
Work together to relay.
Pass the bomb to each other so it doesn't explode before you reach the goal.
Work together to get to the goal.
Place donut blocks while your friends run across them.
Donuts.
Jump to the beat.
Donuts.
Jump in time and the lift will rise. Get in sync, then 1, 2, 3, jump. Plus, there are so many other attractions to enjoy.
Ooh.
Grab your friends and family for multiplayer fun in Bella Bell Park. The Nintendo Switch 2 Edition adds other new content as well. Look forward to more on that in the future. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus meetup in Bella Bell Park, launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next spring.
That's gonna be a long time.
So long!
Super Mario Bros. Wonder is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. As its name implies, Meetup in Bella Bell Park adds more multiplayer options to enjoy. It also adds other new content, so stay tuned for more details in the future. About these chatty characters.
Was it something I said?
The talking flowers. We actually made them.
Oh god.
We kind of look alike, huh?
Oh, really? Sometimes they'll talk on their own, just like that. These talking flowers can make everyday life a little more fun. They're planned for release next spring.
Brother.
Okay, Next is the last game for the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary part of this presentation.
Another one.
One day, on the island where Yoshi and his friends live, a talking book named Mr. E suddenly falls from the sky. It looks like the book has information within its pages about unusual creatures.
Mr. E? I feel like we've already seen... I've already seen some sort of series with a Mr. E. I could be thinking of something else. I don't know. What is this?
But it can't actually see what's written down. So Yoshi jumps in to help investigate. First, let's study this flower-like creature.
Oh.
We found it right away. It tastes kind of sweet. You can carry this creature on your back. Touch flower buds with it, and they'll bloom.
Cute.
As you wander through the book, you'll make all sorts of discoveries about the creatures you find. And those discoveries will be written down. Hey, we found some dandelions. Touch them, and they'll scatter in the air. Oh no, that creature is stuck.
Oh, they're like
parasites. It seems like the dandelions can absorb nutrients.
They're parasitic.
Oh, they can even cause rocks to crack. Thanks to them, we were able to break the rock. It looks like there are still lots of unusual creatures residing within the book. A page-turning adventure awaits. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next spring.
Switch 2.
A new game starring Yoshi is on the way. The game takes place within a mysterious book. You'll make discoveries and encounter all sorts of things as you're exploring. Please stay tuned for future updates.
I mean, it looks kind of cute at least.
That's all for the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary. In addition to the games coming in the future, the new movie releases next spring. We hope you enjoy all sorts of adventures with Mario.
That's a lot of stuff from Mario Spring.
We'll now begin our usual Nintendo Direct. First, we'll introduce games launching on Nintendo Switch.
It's time to storm into Cryptica. The mesmerizing world of Cryptica awaits in this 2D side-scrolling roguelike adventure. Fight your way through this 80s anime-inspired realm solo or with a friend in couch co-op, where every battle is twice as chaotic and twice as thrilling. Hone your swift swordplay against a variety of foes, uncover a wide array of unique melee and ranged weapons, and glide through ever-shifting biomes with graceful, acrobatic moves. With
I don't like the graphics of this, to be honest. I really don't.
the help of magical creatures called Storm Hearts, you'll gain permanent upgrades to boost your abilities and help you on your next run. And in couch co-op mode, you can experiment with ability upgrades by combining and sharing power-ups for different playstyles. Storm Lancers launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch system later today.
Oh.
The wilderness is calling.
Oh, brother.
Transform a wild island inspired by the Australian outback. In the
Oh, not Australia, bro. Literally, I'm getting PTSD from freaking Australia because there's this one guy I watch on YouTube who does a lot of shorts. He usually likes to whenever he sees food stuff, he immediately flies out to try the food stuff, or he'll try to make some of the stuff himself. He'll try to like copy recipes. I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about. I don't remember his name, but I know I watch him a lot. Um, he's reacted to some clips of like these really freaking horrifying creatures that you could find in Australia. He's like, yeah, no, nope. I'm staying as far away from. Yeah, yeah, that's the guy, Jordan. Like some of the freaking stuff he's found that people have shown him from Australia is absolutely terrifying. I don't think I would ever want to go to Australia, and my heart goes out to those who live there not by choice, because it is a tough time there. Yes, yes, he does, and that is great. That's like his signature thing. I like watching him. He makes me laugh sometimes, and sometimes he finds some really neat stuff. Honestly, like some of the kitchenware that he's found, some of the recipes he's found, like some of the stuff looks really cool. Actually, he also showed like the freaking Megatron and Optimus Prime that transform by voice commands. Those were really cool too. Like he showed some really cool stuff. But yeah,
Charming
Australia's
survival
terrifying.
life sim. There are plenty of ways to make this wilderness your home. Plant crops, catch fish, gather resources, and plenty more.
Oh my gosh,
but
a dog on
don't
the
let
back
your
of a
guard
jet
down
ski.
while exploring. Wild creatures may attack, so use your tools, weapons, and wits to make.
Yeah, that's definitely Australia, all right. That's definitely lore accurate Australia right there.
It out in one piece. As you progress, you can turn this rugged island into a bustling town. Visit shops, enjoy festivals, and talk with visitors. Some of them might even decide to live here. Plus, up to 4 friends can build and explore together in local or online co-op. Dinkum launches as a timed console exclusive on the Nintendo Switch system November 5th.
Okay, regular
Pre-orders and a
Switch.
demo will be available later today on Nintendo eShop. Embark on a colorful adventure. Save a mysterious planet in the platforming adventure Popcom.
Oh, not platforming.
Team up locally or online in this multiplayer-only game. On this planet, color is key. Attack enemies with the same color to defeat them. Each adventurer can only fire 2 colors, so you'll need to swap between them during battle. Timing is critical too. Work together to fire colors at the right time to overcome obstacles. You can also use items like shields to block lasers,
Kanzingado,
or drones to create platforms. Powerful bosses can be found at the end of stages. Team up to take them down. Additionally, in party mode, up to 4 pals can take on a variety of challenges together. A colorful co-op adventure awaits in Popcom, launching on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that might actually look a little fun. Ew.
Here, on this small island floating in the sea, are me characters, each living their own carefree lives.
Oh, hell no, bro. I skipped this part. No.
Dash, slash, and clash in these games.
That sounds like my stuff.
Get over here and choose your fighter in this totally collection of Mortal Kombat classics. This compilation features multiple classic games from the 90s and early 2000s, including arcade, console, and handheld versions. Friendship matters, so fight your pals locally or take the in-game tournament global with added support for online play. Want a break from combat? Dive into an interactive documentary that includes concept art, archival footage, and exclusive interviews with the original creators. Prepare to test your might when
Yes, it
Mortal
is.
Kombat Legacy Collection launches digitally on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch October 30th and physically December 12th. Let's finish this. Experience the first game in the Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy. Step into the role of Cloud Strife, a former member of Shinra's elite soldier unit. While he's working as a mercenary, the legendary hero Sephiroth, who supposedly died on a past mission, suddenly appears.
I still have to play this game.
Is now in your hands. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system January 22nd.
That's amazing that the Switch 2 is powerful enough to handle this game. That's actually impressive.
Save the world from malicious machines in this action roguelite adventure. Battle foes to rescue robot allies. Collect resources and create a place for others to call home. Then, customize your weapon.
Ew, I don't like the way this game looks at all. I think it looks kind of... brother, what is that, brother? Pass.
Hades 2 launches first for consoles on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch September 25th. New amiibo figures ride in. The Kirby Air Riders game is coming soon, and 2 new amiibo are also on the way.
Ew.
Tap them to summon figure players that you can train.
Wait, that's how this works? You tap them on a controller? Well, that's new.
Tap them to summon figure players that you can train. Your figure players will level up as they compete, and their machine's proficiency level will also increase.
Oh, it's just a Kirby racing game. Oh, the next thing's my thing.
Plus, with the amiibo, you can swap riders. Just like in the game, you can choose your rider and
that's cute.
Machine.
Okay.
Levels are also transferred over.
That's dope,
These
actually.
2 new amiibo will be available November 20th, the same day as the game's launch. Be on the lookout for even more Kirby Air Riders amiibo updates in the future. And a second Kirby Air Riders Direct, hosted by the game's director, Mr. Sakurai, is also on the way.
Now here's what I was waiting for. Some Zelda news. Oh, man.
After traveling back in time, Princess Zelda meets the first king of Hyrule, Rauru, and the queen, Sonia. She joins them to take on Demon King Ganondorf in a conflict that will come to be known as the Imprisoning War. Take on hordes of enemies as you fight alongside your allies. Like this brave Korok.
Whoa, that's
Get
strong for a little
familiar
guy.
with your allies' abilities so you know which character to swap to in any situation. Zonai devices can bring water, wind, and other effects to combat. Make strategic use of them to counter your enemies and alter the flow of battle. Pair up with nearby allies to unleash mighty sync strikes. Depending on the pair, sync strikes can deal high damage or have a variety of other effects. Invite a friend to fight alongside you in split-screen co-op.
That's sick.
And with Game Share, you can play together on 2 separate systems, even if only one player has the game.
Wow! That is really cool.
Uncover ancient truths that were only glimpsed in The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, man.
Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment launches on Nintendo Switch 2, November 6th. Pre-orders
That's really soon.
begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
That actually looks absolutely incredible, and the fact that people can play it together if only one person owns the game, that is actually a really cool thing. Wait, was it Switch 2 though, or was it for both?
Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment launches on Nintendo Switch 2, November.
Motherfudger! Oh. If there's anything to bait me to get a Switch 2, this would be it. Oh, crap.
November 6th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
That looks sick. What is this?
Right, that's enough for one day. Time for me to head back to the castle. And remember, not a word about this place to anyone. There's more to the world than this island, and we're going to prove it. Okay, 1, 2, 3!
What is this? Dragon Quest? Ew, I don't like these graphics though. I'm sorry, I have to say this. You guys might laugh or cringe. Oh look, it's King Farquaad. Bro, his face shape just reminds me of King Farquaad from Shrek. But yeah, no, I don't like the way these graphics look. I'm sorry.
Here we come!
That was Dragon Quest VII Reimagined.
What is it?
We hope you're looking forward to the journey ahead in this reimagined world. Now, we'd like to announce 2 things. First, here's some news about the Nintendo Today smart device app. The app continues to deliver all sorts of information about Nintendo games.
Oh, damn, that's rude.
And characters on a daily basis. And we're adding a new Kirby. The app continues to deliver all sorts of information about Nintendo games and characters on a daily basis. And we're adding a new Kirby theme. We're also delivering information regularly about Kirby Air Riders leading up to the game's release, so please check that out. Secondly, we have news about Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack.
Oh boy.
Please take a look at this.
Oh brother, what's it gonna be?
Coming to Nintendo Classics, Virtual Boy.
Huh?
You'll be able to enjoy a collection of Virtual Boy games in stereoscopic 3D while playing on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch. In order to play, you'll need this dedicated accessory.
Wow, guys, more money you have to spend for something. Yeah, I'm not interested in this at all. This is just like more money bait. I'll skip that part.
Minakami Village, a place said to have vanished from the map. But when twin sisters, Mio and Mayu,
I can imagine it being a failure.
find themselves lost and wander into the village, they encounter the unthinkable. The victims of a past tragedy. Now, Mio must use
Oh,
the camera obscura,
God.
a device that can pacify the unsettled ghosts and find a way home.
Oh God, this is creepy. I'm getting
But as she
goosebumps.
delves deeper into the mystery,
I can't look, I can't look, I can't look, I can't look, I can't look.
Don't let go of my hand.
Mayu's sanity slips away.
I can't look, I can't. This is too much. I'm supposed to go to
Where
bed
will the
after this. I'm gonna
Crimson
have nightmares.
Butterfly lead them? Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system early next year.
Okay, it's on. Oh God.
Upgrade
That
your
was
play
freaky.
with the Nintendo Switch 2 editions of these games. In the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, you'll face off against more on-screen enemies than ever before as you aim to become King of the Pirates. Enjoy camera play and more in Overcooked 2, Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Serve up dishes and reactions while you cook together. Mouse controls are cropping up in the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Stardew Valley. Plus, up to 4 friends locally can play in split-screen multiplayer.
What the?
And with Game Share, up to 4 players can play together if one person has the game.
Oh my gosh.
5 new levels, including Candy.
I'm going to say that the game share function thing is actually kind of cool that they're doing for some of these games. I think that's a really nice thing. Meaning that only one friend has to own the game for a whole bunch of friends to play together. I think that's a really cool thing. I like that.
Land and Museum are dropping in with Human Fall Flat Nintendo
that's
Switch 2
expensive.
edition. Plus, with mouse controls, you can enjoy a new way to wobble with physics-based fun.
Oh my gosh.
Craving more to clean?
Power Wash Simulator.
Power Wash Simulator makes its triumphant
I called it.
return with a shiny new entry in the relaxing Clean 'em Up
brother.
series.
I'm just gonna say it. If people are playing this, why don't they just do this in real life instead? Like, honestly, some of these simulators, I'm just thinking, instead of doing the simulators, why don't you just do it yourself for real? Like, some of these simulator games, like, simulate things that are super easy to do in real life.
Unholster your washer and effortlessly blast the dirt away as you transform your sullied surroundings into squeaky clean scenes. Make use of new tools and supplies,
Why is there a
including enhanced
chopper
soap,
on the limo?
a surface cleaner, additional power washers, and rigging equipment for those hard-to-reach places. Wash your way through a fresh campaign as you explore even more of Muckingham. Then venture into new, grimy locations, including Detergent Toe and Lubra City. After a hard day's work, take some time to unwind in your home base and spruce up the place with furniture and accessories you've collected. And for the first time, up to 4 players can make progress in the campaign together in online co-op.
Oh, wow.
Or split the work between 2 players with local split screen. Very satisfying indeed. Sit back, relax, and clean to your heart's content when Power Wash Simulator 2 launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this fall.
Figures at Switch 2.
The fruit matching phenomenon returns.
Are you kidding me?
Suika Game is back and
Literally, you can play this on PC, I think, for free, or at least games that are fan-made that are very similar for free. Like, this is a pointless one. Well, let's see what this next one is instead. Switch 2 specifically, of course. What am I looking at? Wait. Is this Metroid? Oh. Oh damn. first person mode. I don't like first person. I mean, it looks cool, but the first person part ruins it for me. Amiibos look cool at least. Give me one moment, guys. Sorry, guys. My mother called me, and it was something that was actually kind of important. Let me backtrack a little bit. What am I looking at here? Not that. Whatever this was we were on. No, that's still Metroid. What is this? Oh yeah, we saw the amiibos. They looked pretty cool. But what was the next thing? This might be Monster Hunter Stories 3. Maybe? Actually, oh wait, no, it's not.
This is where you're from, DK? This island is beautiful.
DLC is smashing its way into Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Really? DLC?
This new edition lets you barrel around DK Island, the home of some familiar faces. And if you finish the main game story, Void Kong will offer you a position in the ranks of the Void Company.
What do you think?
Your mission? Collect as much shiny green ore as you can in Emerald Rush.
I'm not worried about this.
Meet your emerald quota within the time limit to clear each round.
I don't have this game. I'm probably not getting it.
Next, please take a look at this.
We'll just look at the next thing. What? It's Pokemon related, I guess. I don't know if it's ZA or something else. What is it? Okay, why is Ditto here? What's going on?
This land is just waiting to be shaped by a Ditto that looks like a human. And what's that in the grass? Oh, that's Bulbasaur, a grass-type Pokemon.
What?
What's this? Looks like Ditto's got an idea. By learning this move, you can make grass grow. Squirtle's water gun will keep it all healthy. As nature flourishes, so do the Pokemon. Collect rocks and wood to build with.
Minecraft with Pokemon,
Till the fields and grow delicious crops. Build homes for the Pokemon you meet. There's so much to do here.
This is weird.
No need to rush, though. Go at your own pace. And you'll have a wonderful space before you know it. Pokemon Pokopia.
This is weird.
A brand new Pokemon game is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you're looking forward to Pokemon Pokopia, where a Ditto with a human appearance builds a new life with other Pokemon. Next, we have information about another Pokemon game, which launches very soon.
This is Legend of ZA. The original trio of powers. So now the Kalos trio has megas. Argonite. Oh! Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Mega Halucha, Mega Malamar? Oh, snap, bro. Those are kind of... Oh, whoa. Ampharos, Charizards, Blades, and something else. Hold up. Back that up a little bit. Mawile, Banette, the two Charizards, Gallade, and Gardevoir. Oh. Wait, it's next month? Wow, I didn't think it was that soon. Wow.
It appears that new Mega Evolved Pokemon have been discovered in Lumio City, where people and Pokemon live. Pokemon Legends ZA launches October 16th. We have one more Pokemon trailer. Please take a look.
Oh boy, what is it now? Hoopa? Why is it Hoopa? More Mega Slurs. There's the Raichus. Hollow X and Hollow Y apparel items. Additional story content. Oh. This is the paid DLC Mori was telling me about. The game didn't even launch yet and they're announcing paid DLC. That's ridiculous.
Pokemon Legends ZA is getting paid DLC called Mega Dimension.
Stupid.
Raichu has two different Mega Evolutions. How do you think they'll perform? More details will be shared in the future. Let's move on to some more headlines.
Ready for some killer fun in the sun?
Danganronpa?
Are you okay? You seem pretty out of it.
Originally released over 10 years ago, Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair is making the ultimate comeback. While on a school trip to Jabberwock Island, you and your classmates are trapped in a murderous game. After each deadly incident, a heated class trial will begin. In high-speed detective action, you'll shoot down contradictions and counter opponents to reveal the truth. And
what the heck?
Along with the main game, an additional story is included. One incident will trigger an entirely new scenario with different victims and culprits.
The wait is over! The next class trial is about to begin!
Danganronpa 2x2 launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems next year. Make history in the Three Kingdoms. Dynasty Warriors Origins is marching on to Nintendo Switch 2. The Three Kingdoms, an era of warring factions. As a nameless hero, join forces with Xiao Xiao, Sun Jian, or Liu Bei on your journey to become a true warrior. Your choices will influence your story and may even alter historical events from the Three Kingdoms.
I see.
Plus, paid DLC is on the way.
Are you kidding me? More paid DLC.
Choose a different path and experience new developments that weren't in the main story. Walk your own path and become a one-man army. When Dynasty Warriors Origins and the DLC both launch on Nintendo Switch 2, January 22nd. Two fates are now intertwined.
Oh, there it is. This is what I was really waiting for. The new Monster Hunter Stories 3 game. Monster Hunter Stories 3.
Welcome to the sprawling world of Monster Hunter, where all sorts of monsters live. By bonding with certain creatures called monsties, you can traverse the land, climb cliffs,
Magnum Mallow,
swim across water,
oh, the shark thing,
and fly through the air as you freely explore the map. However, a strange phenomenon that causes petrification now threatens the world.
Damn.
It's up to you to venture forth and find the source of the danger in order to prevent total calamity. Raise your monsties, bond with them, and work together to face whatever stands in your path.
So good.
Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection, soars onto Nintendo Switch 2, March 13th.
No. Why? It is only on the Switch too. Oh, man. There's probably going to be amiibos too, isn't there? They didn't show any, but I'm sure there might be. Oh wait, it's showing different. Oh, okay, it's showing a bunch of different games. Okay. That game is freaky. Persona 3. Is that it? Guess not. No, don't tell me it's a horror game.
Hello? Yes.
This might be a Resident Evil game, and those games are freaky.
Who was it?
Dunno. They asked for Miss Ashcroft and then they hung up on me. Rude.
Oh no. Is it?
Oh, you're FBI? Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
I don't think I should look.
Grace. Stay close to me.
I'm coming.
Keep moving.
What's wrong?
I'll explain later.
closing my eyes.
I've been watching you. You're not like other people, you know. You're quite unique.
Not looking, not looking.
Tell me what's going on.
Something important.
I'm scared.
Grace.
This has to be this evil game, doesn't it?
There's no escaping your destiny.
I knew it. I knew it. I just freaking knew it was Resident Evil. I opened my eyes at the wrong time. Oh gosh.
A brand new entry in the Resident Evil series is launching on Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you're looking forward to Resident Evil Requiem, where you'll face unknown nightmares.
No, I'm not. I'm bad with that stuff.
Plus, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, the first in the series with a first-person perspective. And Resident Evil Village, which broke new ground for the series, also launched the same day.
I can't handle these games.
Thank you for watching so far. Next will be our last announcement. Please take a look.
No horror. No horror. Fire Emblem? Maybe?
Bold warriors, draw now upon your strength. Hold fast to the devotion in your beating hearts. Hear me now as I declare that the heroic games have begun!
I only want to fight so I can save my father's life.
Maybe it is.
What I seek is a great strength. An unyielding strength for any foe. Sheer strength to uphold the faith I hold dear. Above all, I need the strength to lead my people. Strength enough for a queen!
It is imperative that I face it again. I must cull it with this blade. My full strength.
There's a man I hate so much that simply killing him will not satisfy me. For that reason, I refuse to die.
I won't let you hurt her!
And now warm blood is served in a crude cup.
You think I'd let you deny me my feelings?
I refuse to accept defeat. Not now!
For those who stand upon the final stage, I shall grant whatever wish you may desire.
Fire Emblem or
So
Grand
say
Blue
I, the
Fantasies,
divine
my guess.
sovereign, that I vow to you.
I knew it. I was right. It was Fire Emblem.
The years were long, weren't they? Have you forgotten me so soon?
That was the trailer for Fire Emblem, Fortune's Weave, the latest in the series. This intertwining story happens alongside the thrilling, heroic games. What kinds of stories await? Please stay tuned for future updates. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Okay, so so obviously of all of them, the Monster Hunter Stories 3 game is probably the one I'm most excited for. I'm definitely excited for that. I don't have a Switch 2 though, so I would have to get it if I want to play Monster Hunter Stories 3, unless it gets ported to PC, which it probably will. But then again, it doesn't come out until spring of next year, so I do have a lot of time to figure things out financially for it if I really want to. I'm not gonna lie, this is definitely the game I would be most excited for out of the ones that we've seen. I absolutely love the series, and I gotta admit that the graphics in the trailer looked really good. I want to see it one more time.
Fates are now intertwined.
It looks from this point of view, it actually doesn't look too bad.
Welcome to the sprawling world of Monster Hunter, where all sorts of monsters live. By bonding with certain creatures called monsties, you can traverse the land, climb cliffs,
Magnum Mallow,
swim across water,
the shark thing, that's dope,
and fly through the air as you freely explore the map. However, a strange phenomenon that causes petrification now threatens the world. It's up to you to venture forth and find the source of the danger in order to prevent total calamity.
It looks
Raise your monsties, bond with them, and work together to face whatever stands in your path. Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection, soars onto Nintendo Switch 2, March 13th.
It looks really good, actually. Magnum Mallow being here is absolutely insane. This game looks. I love this series of Monster Hunter games. The Monster Hunter Stories series is my favorite. So it would be Monster Hunter Stories 3 that I would be interested in. The new Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment game. Maybe the new Pokemon game, Legend ZA, possibly. I don't think I would really worry about anything Mario, really. Like, it's not something I'm, like, really that crazy over. So I would say that realistically, yeah, Monster Hunter Stories 3 and the new Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment.
6th.
Like, those are pretty, like, ones that, like, series I really enjoy. Game series I really enjoy. And they have a co-op feature for it too, which is kind of cool, and only one person has to play the game, and you can do, like, a game share thing. Like, that's really cool. We got some new Mega Evolutions in ZA. Chestnut ends up looking to be like a Viking, and it's actually kind of cool. While Greninja's freaking levitating on a shirt. Actually, maybe I would say more of a barbarian instead of a Viking, but they're very similar. Delphox just floating on the fire broom is kind of dope. Greninja, the flying shuriken upside down, that is kind of cool. Dragonite just looks extra cuddly. Mega Malamar is definitely an interesting thing. The Hawlucha is kind of dope, actually. But not really particularly ones I would really go for. If I had to pick one of the Kalos Mega Evolution starters, oof. Who was my original pick, actually? I think my original pick was Chespin. There's a shot with all three. If I had to pick one, would I still choose Chestnut or would I go for the Greninja? If I'm being honest, I feel like Greninja was just like completely overshadowing the other starters. Like after they gave us Ash Greninja, the other two starters of the trio were kind of just overlooked. Because Greninja was just the clear favorite at that point. And the clear best, most likely. If I had to pick one, I mean, like, the Greninja is cool, though. I wonder if their typings stay the same. I have to wait until the game drops to find that out. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I would go do. But of the games they showed, I'm definitely excited for the Hyrule Warriors one. My most excited one is the Monster Hunter Stories 3 game. That game looks so good. I really like that. Legend ZA doesn't look too bad, honestly, but I don't have a Switch 2, and it is kind of expensive, and all these Switch 2 games are very expensive too. But overall, there was some exciting games that I wouldn't mind playing, but I don't know if I really want to get the Switch 2 to enjoy them all. Like 2 out of the 3 are coming very soon. Legend Z8 is next month. October 16th. That is literally next month. Uh-huh. And then the Hyrule Warriors game is also going to be releasing extremely soon. November 6th. So this is October 16th. The Hyrule Warriors game is November 6th, both this year. And then the Monster Hunter's Stories 3 game, it'll be spring of next year, March. Honestly, my these are my favorite freaking IPs that Nintendo does. I might end up having to get a Switch 2 because of them. But I don't know. I really got to think about it because I really wanted to save my money after I do my trip to get my stuff back. It's going to cost a lot of freaking money. And I'm going to need like a financial recovery period after this. But I'll have to wait and see what happens. Uh, I do think that I need to go ahead and hop off now, though. It is probably about time for me to get ready to go to bed. I gotta say that a lot of this information was kind of exciting, though. the Hyrule Warriors game, the Legend ZA, the Monster Hunter Stories 3, the Star Rail information. You know, there were some really nice things in Star Rail. I'm still really kind of tilted that the Herd is getting a rerun though. Like, she really just literally had one not that long ago, so it makes absolutely no sense that they're rerunning her again. I think that's just stupid. Like, don't get me wrong, I think she's a great character, but there's still characters that haven't even had their first rerun yet, and she's already getting her second rerun. That's a little unfair, if you ask me. Um, I'm definitely excited for Evernight. I'm excited for the Don Hung, especially that he's free. That's gonna be really nice. Overall, a lot of cool things that we saw, and I'm definitely excited to experience some of these potentially. You know, Star Rail, I'm definitely gonna experience, of course, because that game's free to. It's literally free to download that game and play it. But these three Switch 2 games that I really, you know, of IPs that I really like, that might be a little tough because the console and the games are so expensive. I'll just have to wait and see, honestly. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did, if you watched the VOD, then I'd really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. Like if you enjoyed as well, and let me know down below what was your favorite part about these live streams. Was did you like Evernight's kit? Did you like the new Dawn Hung? Did you like any of the games that they showed for the Switch 2 or the regular Switch, depending on which games? Um, I am interested in the Switch 2 games that I've stated, but this stuff's really expensive, man. Like, they're raising their prices to a point that it's just kind of nerve inducing. It's just too expensive, man. It really is. Switch 2 is not cheap. But I definitely really want to play the Monster Hunter Stories 3 game. If I had to just pick one of these games out of all the ones they showed, the Monster Hunter Stories 3 game would be my first pick, honestly. But the Zelda game and the Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment and the Pokemon Legends ZA games do look good. I'm not gonna lie. So I wouldn't mind playing them, but I'll have to get my finances figured out and see what I'm doing. Because there's a chance I might not be able to get those games on release, but I'll have to wait and see what happens. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day, rest of your night, rest of your evening, wherever you are. Bye bye.